Fight Talk UK, Pro Beez, out in Saudi, in some really cool settings. I'm delighted to be joined by the trainer of Andy Ruiz Jr., Manny Robles.
How's it going?
I'm doing well. How you doing out here? How you enjoy Saudi?
Holding up, man. Just taking it one day at a time, waiting for the big fight come Saturday night.
Yeah. You're not here for a holiday. You're here to do business. No. And I suppose the big question out there is, can history repeat itself once again?
We sure hope
Ruiz be victorious and retain his unified titles?
Yeah, well, we sure hope so. That's what we've been working so hard for, to make sure that we retain those titles.
What's the preparation be like overall for Anthony Joshua? Obviously, this time round, Andy's had a much longer camp than last time.
Correct.
What's it been like overall preparing?
Very good, very good. We've been obviously training back at home in the U.S. We went to Mexico for the first 4 weeks of camp, and then we came back to America for our second phase of training, which is the sparring, and obviously continue to train and get ready for the fight. And now our third phase here in Saudi Arabia for the last couple of weeks before the fight, try to acclimate and put in the final touches before the fight.
Yeah. I must say, Andy Ruiz, he looked very sharp in the public workout.
Correct.
I mean, the way he's putting together his combinations, the hand speed looked tremendous, I must say.
Yeah, that's what we've been working on. We've been working on trying to be better this second time around. We understand that the task at hand won't be easy. We have nothing but the utmost respect for Anthony Joshua. He's a warrior. He's a great fighter. He's an Olympic gold medalist, a former world champion. I mean, he's the epitome of the heavyweight boxer, what a heavyweight boxer should be, not just inside but outside the ring. And we understand it's going to be tough, but we're going to be ready for the task.
A lot of people out there are saying that surprise factor for Andy Ruiz Jr. might not be there this time, and Anthony Joshua has longer time to prepare. Correct. And kind of make those adjustments to where he went wrong the first time. I mean, is that something you agree with?
No, we're also making adjustments ourselves. You know what I mean? We're planning to come in with a better game plan than we did so the first time around. We're not underestimating anyone. We're not underestimating Anthony Joshua and his team. We understand. We were expecting a better Joshua, better prepared, physically, mentally, better prepared fighter. So we have to be up to the challenge.
Anthony Joshua seems very, very fired up this time round. I think last time things were a lot more cordial, a lot more calmer, but this time there's like a burning desire to prove to everyone that he is the real champion out there.
No, definitely, and you couldn't expect anything less, right? You're expecting a fight, come across a fighter that's hungry, that's wants to regain his titles. But we have to make sure we do the total opposite. We got to make sure that we, go out there and prove to the world that this was no fluke. You know what I mean? That we want the fight fair and square. That it was a one-punch knockout. You know what I mean? It was 7 rounds of good, solid boxing, and we're expecting to do the same thing again. This will be what we feel will be the continuation of the last fight. This is the 8th round coming up for us.
How do the heavyweights in the top 5 in the world, how do they compare? I mean, Deontay Wilder, that one-punch power is absolutely
incredible.
Frightening.
Incredible.
I mean, how does Andy Ruiz compare to the rest of them, the top guys?
Yeah, we're up there with them. We're up there right there with them. Hey, Andy Ruiz is a world champion, so we deserve to be up there. He deserves to be up with the top heavyweights. And the heavyweight division's going through something very special right now, with obviously Andy and Joshua and Deontay and Fury and so many other great up and coming heavyweight fighters that are out there that are making a lot of noise. It's great.
Andy Ruiz was seen having a bit of a cheap meal, a bit of pizza, a bit of junk food. He said, "Don't tell my trainer." I'm speaking to the trainer now. Were you aware?
Yeah, you know what? Andy Ruiz is, let's face it, if Andy Ruiz ended up looking like Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua or any of those guys, he wouldn't be Andy Ruiz. He wouldn't be the fighter that he is today, or have the popularity that he has today, I should say. Never you should never criticize or judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean? Andy Ruiz, he's in great shape. He's proven that before. For those people that know him, understand where I'm coming from and understand that he's a complete boxer. That he's been in the game for a very long time. That he's used to facing boxers with the likes of Anthony Joshua that are bigger, taller, stronger. Physically, they look very dominant, but Andy's, he's a special fighter, man. He's got a huge heart, and he's a fighter. He's a warrior, and he never gives up. And I think he's proven that. He proved it in the last fight when he went down and got back up.
And his secret weapon is it the Snickers bar?
Might be. Might be. I don't know what it is, man. That's something that you're born with. It's something that you can't teach. You know, you can't teach heart. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, we'd like to wish you all the best come fight night.
Thank you.
I think the world of boxing will be watching.
Yes, sir.
December the 7th.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great fight. I don't think anybody's going to walk away disappointed come Saturday night. And, you know, at the end of the day, man, may the best man win. And we feel in our hearts that we're going to come out on top. And Anthony Joshua is going to come out with a lot of fire, man. So, you know, that's great. It's great for boxing. Again, as I said, no one's going to walk away disappointed.
Okay. Would you make it like Dillian Whyte? His brother's right there.
It's cool.
Hey, dude.
Cool.
Manny Robles.
It's cool, man. What's up?
How you doing, bro?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah.
We're
getting some fight predictions, man.
Again, another fighter. We just got done talking about some great heavyweights, and with the heavyweight division is going through a special moment right now, some good times. So, and then here we have Dillian Whyte's brother here. Dillian Whyte, man, he's a great. He deserves to be in the top 10. You know what I mean? I understand he's a mandatory contender.
Oh, here we go. John Davis Jackson.
Good friend, man. We go way back. John David Jackson, right here, my good friend.
Good man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you know in the forums they're calling you the Kovalev killer, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Andy's a tremendous talent, like you said. And I don't know if I've done the interview yourself, and I told them not to sleep on him. Do you remember before the fight? I told these guys not to sleep on this guy. This guy is dangerous. He's had over 105 amateur fights, and as a professional, they had a close, contested fight with Joseph Parker, which something went the wrong way, you know. So, and then you're talking about Joshua packed on all that muscle to fight Gerald Miller. It's not really an excuse. I'm just giving you a breakdown or something. The style of an opponent was totally different. Miller was 315 pounds. Joshua was probably one of his biggest. You saw how muscular he was coming into that fight, and that kind of thing would play a part. Andy and them had a great game plan on yourself, actually, going to the body of Joshua, which they done from round 1 on forward, and that was a great plan. And then what they done is they busted him up to the body, and you saw him slow down very dramatically. I know they said there was some other issues, but that body work done a lot of damage. If people don't understand what was going on, that's up to them. You get me?
Correct.
A man with that much muscle, it takes a lot of oxygen to run the body. Obviously, Andy, he was doing it even after he hurt him. You saw what he was doing. He was smart. He didn't go back to the head. He was going boom, boom, boom. My man dropped his hands. He go boom, boom, boom.
Because
smart. You got. They always say if you hurt them in the body, go. If you hurt them to the head, go to the body. Smart folks. You know what I mean? You got to get true trainers. People who understand the game. Like, you know what I mean? They're mad. That's why.
You're charging.
Me, I'm a student of the game. I study boxing, and I try and analyze what's going on, and analyze bare fights. But what I'm saying is that played a big factor in that fight. I mean, Joshua was doing okay up until that time, and I think as well when he got hurt, he didn't know how to hold. A lot of true, holding. I don't know if I can say it enough to people. Holding is a big part of this game.
Man,
if you're boxing, it's part of boxing.
You gotta hold.
The old school champions, even when people said, "Oh, they go down, they got up, and this and that," it's part of that. Going down doesn't mean that, and the testament is to the true champion that got up and continued, like you said, what Andy did.
Absolutely.
A lot of people think, this person got dropped and this. It don't mean that. All the great champs got dropped and got up and went the rest of 15 and 12 rounds and done. But credit to him, Andy. It's brilliant for you guys to be the first heavyweight Mexican champion in the world, and he looks just like a nice guy. The pops is cool. You seem very cool, and it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a barnstormer on the weekend. And obviously, we want both of the guys to come out healthy and true. Obviously, I'm from the UK. I know Joshua very well. I like him. I'd like him to win and get the belts back. But listen, if he doesn't, I'm not. It's just one of them things. Andy's a great guy, but then it's just one of them things that the best man win and do their bit. But it's stylistically, I'd like Dillian and Andy to fight at one time because how their shot selections. I like their come forward style and their shot selection. They're smart. Dill's quite tactical. tactical, how he, you know, how he does his shit, catching counters, how he goes through the middle. Andy's got the same thing, but Andy's just got very, very fast hands. But that, I think stylistically, that would be just a proper war of nutrition. You know what I mean?
No one will walk away disappointed. That's for sure.
Exactly.
At the end of the night, the fans will be the winners. At the end of the night.
Absolutely.
So
but
that's
listen,
what we're expecting on
Saturday night. We got with us as fantasy matching.
Right.
But Saturday they got a big fight ahead, and hopefully the fans tune in, and I'm sure they're gonna see an amazing fight, and
I'm sure.
hopefully both guys go home healthy and safe.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Can we end the interview on Arriba?
Arriba?
Arriba.
Arriba. Viva Mexico.
Viva Mexico.
Yeah,
Hey, Viva Great Britain.
Viva Brixton. Viva Brixton. South London.
Why not? Why not?
And Wolverstone, yeah.
That's right.
Viva Saudi Arabia.
Viva Saudi Arabia.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Talk, subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you. That's right.